action coming in. Mayuresh Joshi of Angel Broking is also with us. Mayuresh, I also want to talk about the day's winners. GAIL is one of them. Lots of positive brokerage commentaries come through post the numbers. Would you advise buying GAIL now?
Afternoon, Surbi. I think the outlook probably looks very, very positive, and in terms of how the pricing will be specifically for the US-led contracts, that again is a big positive. What happens in terms of the unified tariff policy and pricing, I think that also probably has an upside element in terms of how the price will pan out over the next few months. So if one really has a medium to long-term view, yes, I think the positive view on GAIL continues.
Okay, Mayuresh, hi, good afternoon. What about State Bank of India?
Afternoon, Anuj. I think, ever post the numbers, I think there are apprehensions in terms of one soft quarter still continuing for the bank. But a large element in terms of the recognition from their watch list, which has probably come through. And even if you look at the slippages figure, specifically the corporate slippages, I think it was more or less in line with what we were expecting. At the same time, when you're probably looking at how the NIMs have spread out and the retail contribution to the overall advances, I think that is a significant amount of cushioning factor for the stock. Can the stock correct further in terms of the overall market trends? Absolutely yes, but our view probably remains very, very positive in terms of strong growth expected on the advance side, specifically from the retail advances. Even on the corporate book, I think the kind of stress that you probably witnessed in the quarter gone by, my own sense is that 1 or 2 quarters, and I think a large element of the stress should probably be there. Yes, I think the power sector and power assets might have larger amount of provisioning to be done. But again, I think that might well get embedded into the price if it corrects further. So I think a positive view remains on the stock. Any sharp decline, I think, becomes a very good buying opportunity.
Ashwini or Mayuresh, very quickly, then last question to you. On the currency play, let's say if you were to pick anything fresh in IT or pharma, any 1 or 2 names perhaps?
So, Surbi, I think within the large cap IT names, HCL Tech is something that we will still continue to prefer, both in terms of the inorganic growth that it has displayed and expectations of a very strong constant currency revenue growth. Within the mid-cap names, again, nuclear software is something we'll continue to prefer, more on the premise on the NBFC business actually doing well, a large part of their capex behind them and cash flows actually improving. On the pharma side, again, I think not specifically in terms of how the currency has depreciated. So I think a lot of the players probably do get positively impacted. But I think Ipca Labs, ever since its results, and though I think the contribution from the US markets is very minimal, it's a more domestic play. I think pharma space, one has to be really, really stock specific. Ipca in terms of domestic formulations holding up as their cash cow and the expectations of their global tendering business actually picking up should actually augur well for them. So I think the specific stocks within the IT and pharma space.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. We will then wrap it up on that note. Thank you very much for joining in. Week start to the week. That's how this Monday has played out. We'll take a quick break on that.